I'm just getting out of office and I'll just show you something. I'm near my car and I've started it. It's been running for just about a couple of minutes. Watch this. So it's all iced up. I'm warming up my car and I'm looking for this maybe to scratch it. But if I let it warm up enough on the windshield, it will probably melt some of it. But on the sides, I cannot see anything, so I have to scrape that off. This is what you see from the side windows. So as you can see, you cannot see much. It's not going to melt immediately because it's something like -4 degrees Celsius, so I could barely open the door of my car.
Doesn't hurt paint or anything. You spray it on, leave it a second, and it helps loosen the ice up from the windshield. It'll make your scraping a little easier.
That's Marcus, his spraying. What is spraying, Marcus?
It's actually spray deicer. You spray it on, it helps eat the ice off so you don't have to scrape so hard. See it sliding off then?
Awesome, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Wow, it's super slippery. I don't know how my tires are going to hold on to this road. I can barely walk. I don't know how I'm going to drive on these roads. And I don't know, cars are going pretty quickly. People are driving pretty fast. I don't know how they're doing it. I'm waiting for the rear window to defog a little bit, melt. It's completely frozen. I have to ride really carefully and very, very slow, and generally take all the major arteries where hopefully it will be all de-iced, as in there will be a lot of salt on the roads. Side roads, no, I'm just going to avoid side roads altogether because it's going to be full of ice. I'm being super cautious, extra cautious. I'm barely driving at hardly 25 kilometers an hour. The rear windshield has absolutely cleared up, melted. This is a major route, so I believe that there's enough salt on the roads. I see this water being splashed by the tires of cars, so I believe we are good here. I've reached safely back home. Just a few quick tips. Yes, fortunate to be back, and I'm at my favorite place in front of the camera with these wonderful lights all around me. My phone says the warning has been black ice. Of course, it doesn't say black ice. It says difficult travel conditions will be possible due to iced roadways. And finally, when it was time for us to go home from work, the road was frozen. It was just ice. First tip, if you don't have to travel, don't travel. If you have to travel, avoid the side roads. Take the major arterial roads. They put copious amounts of salt, which melts the ice, and with significant amount of vehicles running on those roads, it doesn't get enough time to freeze, which is what leads to the question, why aren't we allowed winter tires in winter the way it is in Russia? Well, that's something for the administration to look after, not us. Second most important thing, if you're driving, avoiding the side roads, going onto the main arterial roadways, drive ultra cautiously. I cannot emphasize this enough. Drive ultra cautiously, well below the speed limit. It's extremely important that you keep all your sensors alert and drive slow. It does not matter. There were people today, even I noticed that people were actually racing, people were going fast. I don't know why they're doing it. It is extremely dangerous. Once you start skidding, your vehicle will not stop no matter how good your ABS function is. Point number 3, when you come to turns, try not to be the first vehicle so you know how the cars in front of you behave while taking that turn. Because you don't know, sitting inside the car, you actually don't know the condition of the surface, what kind of black ice there is. So when you're taking the turn, if you're the first guy, then you are not aware of what the road condition is. If you see the first guys and you see them fishtailing or moving around, you can go even slower engage lower gear maybe and do it. You see, in India, I have done black ice while driving in the Himalayas and all that, but those were for short distances, like just maybe a few meters. Here you have entire streets completely iced up. So it's extremely difficult. If you see that those cars are beginning to slide and slipping around on those roads after taking a turn, don't go into that road. Try to revise your route and go from another way, maybe next turn. Take another route, as simple as that. Avoid that particular street where you know that you can see the car slipping around. Point number 4, maintain twice the amount of safety distance between the car in front and yourself. If you usually keep a distance of 4 seconds when the words are iced out, try to do 8 seconds. I know that it's very difficult. There would be idiots who would come and cut in and move in front of you, between the car in front and you, but just ignore that and try to fall back even further. Maintain longer safety distances, longer cushions when you are following a vehicle. It is extremely important because my car doesn't have ABS, my car doesn't even have traction control. But yeah, you just maintain that, because even despite ABS, once if you start sliding and you're pumping your brakes, you don't know where the car is going to end up. Point number 5, anticipate. Try to see multiple cars ahead of you what's going on. Try to take action way before by anticipating, because you know that your braking distance is shorter. So you have to start braking much earlier. Try planning out much earlier. And they always say, look into the gas, because you will go where you are looking. I hope this was helpful. For me, it was an very good learning experience. Karen, before leaving, gave me some words of advice. She's a GM in our company, and Marcus helped me out with the de-icing thing on my windshield. Tomorrow, let's see what the weather is like. If it's good, I'll probably ride out, maybe fly the drone a little bit. Okay, folks, hope you enjoyed this. Do leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll definitely see you in the next one. Cheers.